Hello everyone, and my name is Ingrid, and today my team and I will talk about a bit of the culture and important facts of the United Arab Emirates. And I think it's essential that we know a little about each culture and to know how to develop in communication, in business, or any other type of relationship to convey respect and empathy and sociability towards each person. Okay, point number one. Okay, especially we have achieved the independence on December 2 in 1971, and after having been part of the British Empire, and, and one side picture of the characteristics of the United Arab Emirates, and such as the architecture, its gastronomy, etc. And Islam is the most important religion for them, and not only in their culture, but also in their gastronomy, in their way of being, customs, etc. And his most important book is the Quran, and because it was written by His Prophet Muhammad, and who founded the basis of the religion. And the point number two, when doing business with them, we must take into account that they have fried five times a day, and they are forbidden to consume pork and alcohol. And just as they love it when someone has the interest to learn their language, and they are proficient. And in conclusion of these 2 points is that Islam is a strong base for each of them. It is something that they respect a lot and also like to be respected.
Hi guys, my name is Cody. The points that I have done are with the general dressing guidelines of the country and the social etiquette. So Emirati men wear a long single robe, which is called a tastasha or a kandura. It is primarily white, and whereas the Emirati women wear something called an abaya, which is a long flowing black gown. Um, those are the two primary differences between the guidelines for the residents of the country. If you are visiting the country, you are required to wear clothing and attire that is modest and covering most of the skin of your body. Stuff you can't wear stuff like sheer clothing or like crop tops, short shorts, uh, stuff like that because it shows too much. You're going to want to wear more something along the lines that's past your knees, kind of longer, like longer sleeves, even short, not too short sleeves. You don't want to wear anything like a tank top, but just something that's covering up your shoulders and stuff like that. And then as for my social etiquette, when you are visiting there and you go to greet someone, there is you want to do a long, steady handshake, but you only want to do it with the right hand. Um, and the reason for that is because it is a sign of respect, and using the left hand can also be kind of seen as like a bad omen. Um, Something else that's pretty common over there is small talk. It's common, it's expected. It's something that you always do there. It's you always just make small talk, talk about like a job, how life is going, and stuff like that. And then gift wise, if you're to give gifts, gifts like perfume should only be given to women by other women. Anything that's like more feminine wise, only women should give that to each other. Men can give each other almost anything. And the only thing like a man should be able to give to a woman in the country is just something like kind of more clothing like stuff like that.
Hi, I am Astrid, and I'm going to talk about business etiquette and the communication guidelines. Regarding communication guidelines, we could divide it into 2 points: a non-verbal communication of men and women's non-verbal communication. They are so different in his movements. The Arab man is free to make any movement depending on the situation. In a woman, nonverbal language is much more important than verbal language. As a woman, there are many gestures that I cannot make in a public place. For example, in a cafe, and the way I direct my gaze will be crucial. If you look at all parts of the establishment, it means that you are looking to strike up a conversation with a man, with a man, and that in the Arab culture is not done. The way it should be um, done is by concentrating your gaze on the partner in front of you. If they make a contact with other people, especially especially men, it can be misconstrued as a disrespectful woman. The look is a sign of rejection or invitation to a conversation. In business etiquette, it is essential to show patience in negotiations and not show haste or nervousness in meetings because it denotes concern, and we must show an image of security and serenity. Mm, it's decisive to show respect for the cultural relations and customs of the country. In a conclusion, knowing some of the main customs and rules of courtesy of other countries can help us better understand foreign people with cultures and ways of acting different from ours. The way of thinking, greeting, giving the gifts can be very different from the way we do it or perfect and very similar, and for these rations it is important to know them.